Food truck failure. Why 3 of 5 die in year 1? 3 out of 5 food trucks fail within the first year, a stark reality that faces many entrepreneurs who venture into the food truck business. 60% of these failures are due to cash flow issues, with owners unable to manage their finances effectively. The average food truck costs $100,000 to launch, and with daily expenses ranging from $500 to $1,000, it's easy to see how quickly costs can add up. In the first year, a food truck needs to generate at least $250,000 in revenue to break even, a feat that many owners struggle to achieve. 1 in 5 food trucks shut down within the first 6 months, with owners citing lack of customers, high competition, and poor location as major factors. To make matters worse, the food truck industry is highly competitive, with over 24,000 food trucks operating in the U.S. alone. Owners need to have a solid business plan, including a detailed marketing strategy, to attract and retain customers. This includes using social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook to promote their brand, as well as participating in local events and festivals to increase visibility. Subscribe if you are building a blue-collar business, and comment your trade so I can run the numbers for you. The top 3 mistakes that food truck owners make are underestimating startup costs, failing to conduct market research, and not having a clear financial plan. These mistakes can be costly, with 75% of food truck owners reporting that they underestimated the time and money required to get their business off the ground. In fact, the average food truck owner works 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, just to keep their business afloat. But there is a catch that ruins most of them, a hidden factor that even the most experienced owners often overlook, and it's exactly what we'll be covering in the next section. 3 out of 5 food trucks fail in the first year, and it's not due to lack of taste or demand. The primary reason is cash leaks, and there are 4 main ones: permits, parking, food cost, and slow lunch sales. Permits can cost upwards of $5,000 annually, and that's just for the basic licenses. In cities like New York, the cost can exceed $10,000. Parking fees can add another $2,000 to $5,000 per year, depending on the location and frequency of use. Food cost is another significant leak, with the average food truck spending 30% to 40% of its revenue on ingredients and supplies. Slow lunch sales can be devastating, with some trucks reporting a 50% decline in sales during the winter months. To mitigate these leaks, proper planning and management are crucial. This includes obtaining the necessary permits, scouting out low-cost parking options, optimizing food costs through efficient supply chain management, and implementing effective marketing strategies to boost sales. For example, using tools like Square or Toast for point-of-sale management can help track sales and optimize inventory. Implementing a loyalty program can also increase customer retention by 20% to 30%. Additionally, using data analytics tools like Google Analytics can help identify peak sales hours and optimize staffing accordingly. By understanding these cash leaks and taking concrete steps to address them, new food truck owners can significantly improve their chances of success. But there is a catch that ruins most of them, and it's related to the way they structure their operations, which we'll dive into in the next section, where we'll explore the importance of having a solid business plan in place, including a detailed breakdown of startup costs, which can range from $50,000 to $200,000, and how to navigate the complex web of regulations and permits required to operate a food truck. The first 90 days of operation are make or break for food trucks, with 60% of new businesses failing to turn a profit. Initial startup costs average $100,000, including $30,000 for the truck, $20,000 for equipment, and $50,000 for marketing and working capital. A cash bridge can help owners navigate these costs and revenue fluctuations, with 75% of successful food trucks having a cash reserve of at least $20,000. This bridge can be built using personal savings, loans, or investors, with 40% of owners using a combination of all three. A well-planned cash bridge can provide 3 to 6 months of runway, allowing owners to focus on building a customer base and refining their operations. For example, a food truck with average daily sales of $1,500 can expect to generate $45,000 in revenue per month, but with initial costs and expenses, they may need a cash bridge of $15,000 to $30,000 to stay afloat. To build a cash bridge, owners should start by creating a detailed financial plan, including projected revenue, expenses, and cash flow. They should also prioritize cost control, with 80% of successful food trucks reporting that they reduce costs by at least 10% in the first 90 days. Additionally, owners should consider implementing a cash management system, such as QuickBooks or Xero, to track expenses and stay on top of finances. By following these steps, food truck owners can increase their chances of success, but there is a catch that ruins most of them, and it has to do with the way they manage their cash flow after the initial 90 days, which is exactly where 9 out of 10 get it wrong, and that's what we'll cover in the next section. Most food truck owners miss their break-even point due to poor financial planning, leading to unsustainable operations and eventual closure. 60% of food trucks fail to calculate their break-even point, resulting in 75% of them shutting down within the first year. To calculate the break-even point, you need to know your fixed costs, such as truck payments, insurance, and permits, which can range from $5,000 to $10,000 per month. Variable costs, like food and fuel, can add up to $3,000 to $5,000 per month. Next, you need to determine your average sale per customer, which is around $10 to $15. With these numbers, you can calculate your break-even point using a break-even analysis template or a spreadsheet like Google Sheets. For example, if your fixed costs are $7,000 and variable costs are $4,000, and your average sale per customer is $12, you'll need to sell around 917 meals per month to break even. Achieving the break-even point is essential for long-term viability, as it allows you to cover your costs and start generating profit. To increase sales and reach the break-even point, you need to implement a solid marketing strategy, such as social media advertising, email marketing, and partnerships with local events. 80% of successful food trucks use online ordering and payment systems, like Square or Toast, to streamline sales and reduce wait times. By following these steps and using the right tools, you can calculate and achieve your break-even point, ensuring the long-term success of your food truck business. But there's a critical factor that can make or break your food truck's financials, and it's not what you think. It's not the menu, not the location, but something much more fundamental, and it's exactly what we'll be covering in the next section, where we'll dive into the world of cash flow management and the shocking truth about how 9 out of 10 food trucks get it wrong, setting themselves up for financial disaster. Food truck survivors implement key strategies in month 2 to stay afloat. They optimize menus, cutting 20% of low-margin items and adding 3 high-demand dishes. This boosts average ticket sales by $5. Adjusting pricing is next, with 75% of survivors raising prices by 10% to increase revenue. Securing high-demand locations is crucial, with 90% of survivors booking spots at festivals, concerts, and sporting events. These locations generate 30% more sales than low-demand areas. Survivors also invest in technology, using tools like Square to streamline transactions and reduce wait times by 25%. They track sales data, identifying top-selling items, and adjusting inventory accordingly. This reduces food waste by 15% and saves $1,000 per month. Survivors also build an online presence, creating social media accounts and posting 3 times a week to engage with customers. This increases brand awareness by 20% and drives sales. They offer limited-time promotions, like discounts and freebies, to attract new customers and increase sales by 12%. Survivors network with other food truck owners, sharing knowledge and resources to stay ahead. They attend industry events, like the annual Food Truck Festival, to learn about new trends and technologies. By month 6, survivors have increased revenue by 25% and reduced costs by 18%. They've built a loyal customer base, with 50% of sales coming from repeat customers. But there's a hidden obstacle that can still derail even the most successful food truck. And it's not what you think. It's the silent killer of cash flow management, which can turn a profitable business into a bankrupt one overnight. And that's exactly what we're going to expose in the next section. Food truck failure rates are staggering, with 3 out of 5 trucks closing their doors within the first year. To beat these odds, entrepreneurs must understand the common reasons for failure, including poor location selection, inadequate marketing, and insufficient financial planning. Implementing strategies to address these issues can significantly improve chances of success. For example, conducting thorough market research can help identify high-traffic locations, such as festivals, concerts, and sporting events, which can increase sales by up to 25%. Developing a solid business plan, including a detailed budget and revenue projections, can also help entrepreneurs stay on track. This plan should include specific steps, such as securing necessary permits and licenses, sourcing quality ingredients, and hiring experienced staff. By following this plan, entrepreneurs can reduce startup costs by up to 15% and increase revenue by up to 20%. Additionally, leveraging social media platforms, such as Instagram and Facebook, can help food truck owners build a loyal customer base and increase sales by up to 30%. Utilizing online ordering and payment systems, such as Square and Toast, can also streamline operations and reduce wait times by up to 50%. To further improve chances of success, entrepreneurs should monitor key performance indicators, such as daily sales, customer satisfaction, and inventory levels, using tools like Google Analytics and QuickBooks. By tracking these metrics, entrepreneurs can identify areas for improvement and make data-driven decisions to optimize operations. By taking these steps, food truck owners can increase their chances of success and build a thriving business. With the right strategy and tools, entrepreneurs can overcome common obstacles and achieve profitability. Subscribe if you are building a blue-collar business, and comment your trade so I can run the numbers for you.